There is a farming system developed in South Korea over 50 years ago that grows crops without any commercial fertilizer. No bags from the garden center, no synthetic NPK blends, no expensive organic amendments shipped from across the country. Instead, it uses microorganisms collected from the local environment, literally from the forest floor near your home, to build soil fertility naturally. The system is called Korean natural farming, and it has been practiced by thousands of farmers across Asia for decades. In the last 10 years, it has spread rapidly to home gardeners in the United States and Europe because the results are difficult to ignore. Healthier plants, stronger root systems, better fruit production, and soil that improves year after year without constant input. The core idea is simple, but it contradicts almost everything modern gardening teaches. Instead of feeding the plant with purchased nutrients, you feed the soil biology with locally sourced inputs that cost almost nothing to make. The microorganisms in those inputs do the work of converting organic matter into plant-available nutrients, the same work fertilizers try to replicate chemically. But unlike synthetic fertilizers, which bypass soil biology and create dependency, Korean natural farming builds the biology so the soil becomes self-sustaining. In this video, I'm going to break down the 4 core inputs of this system, how each one works, how to make them at home, and why this approach keeps getting more productive over time. Stay to the end, because the 4th input is the one that ties everything together, and it's something you can make in your kitchen in about 10 minutes. The first input is indigenous microorganisms, or IMO, and it's the foundation of the entire system. The idea is that the most effective soil biology for your garden is not something you buy in a bottle. It's something that already exists in the healthiest ecosystem near you. Forest floors, undisturbed meadows, and areas where plants thrive without human intervention are full of diverse microbial communities perfectly adapted to your local climate and soil conditions. Collecting and cultivating those organisms and introducing them into your garden is the first step. The process is simple. Cook plain white rice and let it cool. Place it into a breathable container, cover it loosely, and leave it in a shaded natural area under leaf litter for 3 to 5 days. When you return, the rice will be colonized with white, fuzzy growth. That's your local microorganism community. This is IMO Stage 1. To stabilize and expand it, mix the colonized rice with an equal weight of brown sugar. The sugar preserves and feeds the microorganisms, allowing you to store them long term. This becomes IMO Stage 2, your master culture. To apply it, dilute a small amount in water and spray it over your soil. These microorganisms establish themselves and begin breaking down organic matter into plant-available nutrients. You're not adding fertilizer, you're building the system that produces it. I made my first batch of IMO 2 seasons ago from a wooded area behind my neighborhood. That single batch has lasted 2 full seasons because you only need small amounts each time. The second input is fermented plant juice, or FPJ, and this is where the system starts directly supporting plant growth. FPJ is made from fast-growing plants at their peak, the stage where they contain the highest concentration of natural growth compounds. By fermenting those plant tips, you extract and concentrate those compounds into a liquid that can be applied to your garden. To make it, collect the growing tips of vigorous plants early in the morning, chop them, and mix them with an equal weight of brown sugar. Over the next 7 to 10 days, the sugar draws out the plant's moisture and nutrients, creating a fermented liquid extract. After straining, this becomes a concentrated growth input that you dilute and apply as a foliar spray or soil drench. FPJ delivers enzymes, micronutrients, and natural growth signals without overwhelming the plant. It's not a heavy feed, it's a gentle, consistent boost that aligns with how plants actually grow. Instead of forcing growth with high nitrogen, it supports balanced development, which leads to stronger stems, healthier leaves, and more consistent production. I apply FPJ every 2 weeks during the growing season, diluted at about 1 tablespoon per gallon of water. The effect on plant vigor is noticeable: thicker stems, darker leaves, and faster recovery after transplanting. And it costs nothing because the ingredients are weeds and brown sugar. The third input is Oriental Herbal Nutrient, or OHN, and this acts as the plant health and immune layer of the system. OHN is made from medicinal herbs like garlic, ginger, cinnamon, licorice root, and angelica, all of which contain natural antifungal and antimicrobial compounds. When fermented and applied in small amounts, OHN doesn't kill pests or diseases directly. Instead, it strengthens the plant's internal defenses, so problems are less likely to establish in the first place. Making it involves fermenting each herb individually with brown sugar, then combining and aging the extracts. It takes more time to prepare than the other inputs, but once made, it lasts for years. Applied as a diluted spray at about 1 tablespoon per gallon, OHN reduces disease pressure and helps plants stay resilient under stress. The effect is subtle at first, but over time it changes the baseline health of your garden. Plants don't just recover faster, they become less vulnerable to the conditions that normally cause problems. I started using OHN at the beginning of last season, and my fungal disease issues dropped noticeably. It is not a dramatic overnight fix. It is a slow shift in baseline health that compounds over weeks. The fourth input, the one that ties everything together, is lactic acid bacteria, or LAB. This is the simplest input to make and one of the most powerful. LAB are the same beneficial bacteria used in yogurt, kimchi, and other fermented foods. In the garden, they act as rapid decomposers and microbial stabilizers. To make LAB, you start with rice wash water, let it ferment for 3 to 5 days, then mix it with 10 parts whole milk. The bacteria separate the milk into solids and a clear yellowish liquid. That liquid is your LAB serum. Strain off the curds and store the serum in the refrigerator. When diluted and applied to soil, it accelerates the breakdown of organic matter, releasing nutrients faster and making them available to plants. At the same time, it suppresses harmful pathogens by outcompeting them for resources. Over time, this improves soil structure, increases biological activity, and creates a more stable root environment. The soil becomes darker, looser, and more alive. Not because you added more fertilizer, but because you strengthened the system that cycles nutrients naturally. I have been applying LAB every 2 weeks for 2 full seasons. 1 tablespoon per gallon of water directly to soil. The beds that receive it regularly are darker, looser, and support faster plant establishment than beds that do not. When you combine all 4 inputs, IMO to introduce local biology, FPJ to support growth, OHN to strengthen plant health, and LAB to accelerate nutrient cycling, you create a complete system that replaces the need for traditional fertilizer. The ingredients are simple: rice, brown sugar, weeds, herbs, and milk. Everything can be made at home with minimal cost. But the real difference is not the inputs themselves, it's what they build. Each application strengthens the biological system in your soil, making it more efficient over time. Instead of relying on external inputs to force growth, you develop a self-sustaining environment where nutrients are constantly being produced and delivered to plants as needed. That's the shift. You're not replacing one product with another. You're replacing a dependency with a system. And once that system is in place, your garden doesn't just grow, it improves season after season with less effort and fewer inputs than before. If you want to see how this soil biology approach fits into the complete garden system, watch the garden system video next.